on what I think before we get back to Selena, and she's enjoying the chicken Alfredo.
I sure am. It's pretty good. I love food.
Shout out to John Eagle. So before we get back there, I'm going to the Cuyahoga County executive debate between Lee Weigart and Chris Ronay. Shout out to Jerry Prim and MC Chill for calling me and inviting me down, and it was a tie. The reason why is because there was no mudslinging. There was no mudslinging. And I'm grateful that there was no mudslinging. They stuck to the issues. And it's going to be a very interesting race. So a lot of people are split down the middle with this one. So I don't know how that's going to weigh out.
I'm not sure if split is a good word.
What are you talking about?
I don't think there's a split down the middle. I think it's going to come down to name recognition.
Mm. And who has better name recognition in your opinion?
Definitely not Ronay.
Okay.
And that's just me being fair.
Right.
And knowing both of the gentlemen working in the CDC realm with Ronay, and talking to Lee and getting to know him over these last few years, and knowing his history when he was also in county government. I think we need to look at the fact that the disparities that's running rampant throughout this entire county. And I think that people forget as voters, we always worry about, who's mayor and, that we electing a mayor.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand that when we created the structure of county government,
mm-hmm.
With the county exec and the county council,
mm-hmm.
Council people, we created a whole other form of government. We went from a 3 commissioner to a county exec position. But the county exec is the most powerful position.
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to understand that.
Right.
So the person that we put in this seat must be about the business of the residents of this county. We can no longer suffer the things that we went through under the leadership of Armin Budish, with the Cuyahoga County Jail, the deaths in the jail, the deaths of the children,
federal
in
indictments,
family services,
mm-hmm.
the federal indictments, the alphabet boys being on the street, monies, county council running rampant and just doing whatever they want to do. There was no checks and balances in place. There was no conversations between the county exec and county council. They very rarely talk.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the very beginning, when they came forth and say, we were moving away from the 3 commissioners and we were going to go towards a county government, one of the questions that I always ask, and I still haven't gotten the answer to, is how is this any different than city council?
Yeah,
how's it any different?
Right.
And how would this look, in the city or Cuyahoga County, where we're a county that's losing population hand over foot. So we don't have enough people in this county to run a county exec type government for the county. So why did we make that move? But it's there. We can't change it. The charter went through. It's done. It's done. It's done.
Right,
but at this point, if we look back at the time that what's his name, Fitzgerald was county exec.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first sitting county exec. That within itself was a complete and utter debacle. And then we had Budish come behind him, and he served 2 terms. This time he said he's not doing it anymore. But the damage is already done. So whoever's taking the seat or whoever wins the seat, you have a pretty hefty lift on your hand to lift this county beyond the point that it's at. And, people are asking and they're saying, okay, Jay, who you riding with? Who you riding with? Who you rolling with? And, I haven't made my official announcement, and I may make it before we get off air tonight. But I haven't came out and said officially. Some people already know because they can tell just the way that I'm talking.
Right.
Where I'm leaning towards.
Right.
And they keep inboxing me. What are you doing? Who you voting for? This, who you think should, I should vote for, this, that, and the third. They had questions. I get a lot of inboxes about a lot of political stuff. And, since I already put it out there, and I said that I would probably make my announcement, and I keep kind of like waiting to the very end. But tonight I will go ahead and say on the show, on air, And let me just say, Nerve DJs does not endorse any political candidate of any source, of any kind. This is strictly my endorsement. The Queen with the gold mic, that's my endorsement. And I am formally endorsing the candidate of Lee Weingart for county exec.
Just like me, it took you long enough to get there, but I'm glad it did. All right, so
There it is. It's there.
okay, so speaking of getting to the point, Phoenix Suns owner. Before we get to Brett Favre cheating ass, Phoenix Suns owner Robert Sayer was fined $10 million and suspended for 1 year for saying derogatory racial statements to his coaches and his players, and the NBA found out about it. Just like who was that? Sterling of the Clippers, who had to pretty much sell the team.
They're freaky.
So he was.
All these owners are freaky.
It's shout out to Lee Nelson, who said, yeah, when you endorse Lee Weingart. So might be another decision made sometime soon here. The thing is that, what do you think, Selena, what do you think of these owners coming out, now? We got the Sterling thing when he was talking about Magic Johnson and you shouldn't bring it in the games. We get a whole other things. What do you think about those things?
I think that people need to be held accountable for what they say, I mean, you shouldn't be you in a place of power. You're in a place of where people look up to you. So you definitely have to be mindful of what you're saying and how you're saying it. But then again, rich people could do and say whatever the hell they want to. So it's just finally all caught up to them. And, what better way to catch up by telling him you got to spend some money.
Right. Well, I mean, it's freaky and racist. I don't know what the hell happened.
Freaky and racist is like what built America, right?
But then they want to crucify.
But then they want to, like it's ridiculous. I was listening to that this morning, and all I heard was $10 million. Like, damn.
I mean,
he got it.
Well,
I don't know.
Now the minority.
They're gonna break him in many ways. They're gonna make him. I mean, I think the whole suspended for a year thing is more so worse to him.
Well,
the $10 million.
Right. Here's the thing. Now ESPN is reporting that Sayer is looking to sell the team because the minority owner of the Phoenix Suns wants him to sell the team. He's the majority owner. His partner was like, you pour too much heat on us, get out. Right. Like, in matter of fact, get the hell out. We don't get to stepping for real. That's what they're telling them.
That will get behind me.
Right, exactly. So the thing about it is, like, what I want to say is this. LeBron James said something about it. Other players have said something. Chris Paul, who plays on the Phoenix Suns, said something about it. And I feel bad for Chris Paul because Chris Paul was an LA Clipper when the Donald Sterling thing came out, that he was not only banned for life, but he was fined $1 million. $1 million.
I guess Chris Paul said, I just can't get away.
Can't get away from the racism.
Can't catch a break.
CP3, like, damn.
I cannot catch a break. But, you have to think, it's the Phoenix Suns. They're in Arizona. What are you expecting out of those people that are Cowboys initially? Like, yeah, they're saying they're rootin' tootin' shit. They can do whatever they want to.
So
that's what they think. For so long they've been able to do things, and now they're the chickens are coming home to roost. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with. They're coming home to roost, and they don't know how to deal with it. So they've been planning. They got money. That's pocket money for him.
That is
right, but him selling. Here's the thing. Him selling the team
will give him no
more power. Selling part of the asset.
But he will be paid.
Yeah, he'll be paid. Yes, for his.
But some people don't care about the money when they want the power.
Right, when they want the power of it.
Their power to be able to say anything, do anything, have all these people grovel at their feet, like your life is in my hands.
That's what he said to a couple of secretaries. That's one of the reasons why now is bro got to sell the team.
Yeah, like get out of here. Because we don't live in the 1960s anymore where women didn't have a say so, or you just had to.
Well, they think we do.
They definitely do.
And the thing about it is he was also contact against employees, which was sex related. So he probably,
He was in there harassing everybody, sticking his little Peter on everybody.
Little pinky.
And, he was definitely abusing his power. So, that the one thing about them tables is they always turn.
Them tables turn, baby. I don't care. Them tables gonna turn, baby. When them tables turn on you.
So the Phoenix Suns, he bought the team with his partners for $400 million, and I think in 1998.
He's had a team that long.
That's a long time. Time to move on, brother.
No, I think it was
terrible.
In 2004, July 2004.
So he's had 15 years.
For $400 million. The team now is worth $1.8 billion.
Okay, so that's why he won out. He don't care. He don't care about being caught. He won out now.
So he doesn't like that's the thing in car now.
No matter what, he's still gonna be rich. He's still gonna be rich in his life. He ain't gonna miss a meal. His lights ain't gonna get cut off.
Right.
And he'll be able to say as many N-words, derogatory words. Right. He can sexually harass. He can do whatever he want to do and not have the spotlight on him.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So, speaking of spotlight, speaking of another star sports person in jeopardy, Brett Favre, former quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, former Hall of Fame quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, has been involved with the former governor of Mississippi, one of the poorest, and this is your home state.
Yeah.
Where it's the $7 million from poor people to build something for his daughter, a little new stadium for volleyball that Brett Favre's daughter plays at in that college. And the thing about it is like
authorize that.
The governor, the former governor of Arkansas.
They feel like they're coming back. They feel like it's gonna bring them money back somehow, some way,
Well, Brett Favre should have known better. You got money hand over foot.
Right.
Why are you taking money that was meant to go to the people of Mississippi? You took money from poor people.
Yeah.
But that's the poor and disenfranchised. That's
what happens all the time.
And Mississippi is that good old boys club, and it's never going to change. It's a red state. Mm-hmm. It is a red state. Never, but the county that I lived in is a blue county.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that one county.
But the thing about it is, Jay, I brought that to your attention because he is from Mississippi. Yes, your home state. Mm. I brought it to your attention because he stole from, like Stephen A. Smith said and Shannon Sharp said. Shout out to Uncle Shay for saying it. He said that Brett Favre stole from poor people, and that's not right. Yeah. And
they were calling him the welfare queen.
What?
They was calling Brett
the welfare queen.
It was welfare. It was money. It was TANF money. TANF. It was TANF money that he took. Wow. That should have been given to the poor and disenfranchised.
The former governor. So here's my thing on Brett Favre.
He did wrong.
Wait. So is it built yet?
Yeah, it's built. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's built.
Tear it down.
So who said
they need to go tear it down or burn it down?
Why did it take so long for them to realize and find this out? Because construction for something that major is not like an
because
wasn't there an audit or something?
There was an audit done. There was an audit done. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here's my thing on Brett Favre. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna scare pretty much everybody in here. If it was T.O., Michael Irvin, Patrick Mahomes, Warren Moon, if it was Cap, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, if it was anybody black that I just named, Emmitt Smith, who's retired, Walter Payton, God rest his soul. If it was anybody African American that stole the prime time, if prime time stole money from Jackson State, we all be crucified. He would be doing jail. We want, instead of prime time, we want him to do jail time.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm. We would be calling Dion jail time if he would have pulled this same shit in his home state in Florida. He probably wouldn't did that because he gave back so much. Shout out to prime time for they beat Grambling. Jackson State is on the road. They 3-0.
Need to give it up. Hugh Jackson needs to give it up.
We ain't talking about washed up coaches that go 0-16. We ain't doing that. We ain't jinxing the Browns like that tomorrow. But here's the thing though. I'm gonna say this.
Is somebody calling you?
No, somebody trying to call me. Listen, I'm on the air. 216-249-6658. I'm on the air.
They ready to call you right now.
So here's the
Talk
thing.
about it.
So here's the thing, though. If it was Brett, it's Brett Favre. And now it's like it took ESPN so long to report what Brett Favre was doing. I don't give a damn if he's an Hall of Famer.
America's favorite white boy.
He committed a crime. He should go to jail.
And that's why
Jail Favre. Jail Favre. Hashtag jail Favre. Along with the governor, along with anybody that helps steal from poor people. These people don't have enough to eat.
But see, he thinks because he paid it back, he gets a pass.
No. He gets a pass. We need to pass your ass in that jail cell right about now. We need to pass you along. Pass you instead of that green and gold that you wore in Pac-Land or the Minnesota Viking land. We wore that purple and yellow. We should put you in orange. Pretty much. That's your new uniform, Brett. You can draw a number 4, you could draw a number 4 on the back of that orange jumpsuit and they put your ass in that jail because the simple fact of the matter is you stole from poor people. You're not supposed to steal from poor people, period.
Well,
Dude, you was once poor.
That's the Kevin and Karen mentality that Kevins and Karens can do whatever they want to do.
They got the complexion.
They have the complexion. They have the backup. They have the support system from all these people. It wasn't like that. He paid it back. They're making excuses for these things. It's like, why did you take it in the first place? And for these people that can't even afford to go to the damn game, you done stole from them.
Right,
and they can't even afford to go to the game at all unless, they get a free ticket or something like that. That's
exactly.
not cool.
That's not cool at all. We're going to fall back on this one. We're going to fall back on Brett Favre. Real fall back. We're going to dip and fall back like the song Petra. We'll be right back on the Headline Hour on Nerve DJs. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's crazy, though.